What's going on, YouTube? Sparks Comics here for another Sparks Notes. This is another comic review for you guys. This time it is on Paranormal Hitmen #1 from Behemoth Comics. Behemoth has been putting out a lot of great stuff. They're an indie publisher. If you guys aren't reading anything by them, you might have heard of some of their titles. I've talked about Necromorphous before. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night got pretty hot a couple weeks back, so those are some of the titles that immediately come to mind. They do things like, this one right here, guys, Paranormal Hitmen. Got some books coming out recently, Steambound, which I'm ordering from their website so I can check it out. A lot of cool things. If you go to their website, mostly they've got some trades, but a lot of their books come out in trades to begin with. So I'm really digging the fact that we've got some books here that are coming out, single issues, to be able to check out month by month. But anyways, please stay tuned for this comic review. Before we get there, hit the subscribe button, like button, comment below what you thought of Paranormal Hitmen if you've read it. If you haven't read it, go read it and then drop that comment below and let me know what you think. Still available on Behemoth's website, so go check it out. See if you can get a copy. If not, get a digital copy. See if your shop can get you a copy. All of those things. All right, welcome back, everybody. I just want to say, first off, this comic is made with quality paper here. These covers are amazing. The interior pages are really good. So solid start when you pick up a comic and you feel it and you say, I don't feel like this is gonna fall apart when I pick it up. So solid start there. I have the B cover here, really cool homage to Amazing Spider-Man #129, first appearance of the Punisher. And we got our Hitman here, and we have on it what looks like a ghost Viking. So we've got our two hitmen who are members of the Carboni family. Story starts out, they're doing some work for the Carboni family, right? They got a guy, they didn't kill him, but they captured him and they're delivering him. And our agents from the USPAA, the United States Paranormal Activity Agency, are hitting them with some tranquilizer darts, it looks like, taking them away. But their crew that was supposed to get the package delivered, the guy, sees this and thinks that what's going on here is they switched to the feds and they're snitching. So they missed kind of the encounter, but they see them leaving with the feds. So it's got this intriguing start, but it's like, okay, we got hitmen, okay, kind of not my style. But when they wake up, we encounter our first ghost, who's working with the USPAA. Is the one that kind of said, let's get these guys on the team, because one of them put a bullet right in my head. And so we're trying to hunt ghosts, and we find out the only way to kill them, just like zombies, is to put a bullet in their head. But not just any bullet, a cesium bullet, which is supposed to be the strongest metal, is what they were saying in here. So cool start to this story. I'm not going to spoil this because I want you guys to read this story. This is good. It's not as multi-layered as some stories. It's and it might have other layers that we haven't seen yet. But there's some cool things in here I do want to show you that are somewhat spoilers. But this panel from the ghost who got hit in the head, he says, remember this bullet you put in my head, numbnuts? Good enough witness for you. So they were talking about the fact that if these two hitmen don't help them do what they're trying to do, that they could put them away in jail because they have a lot of evidence and their ghost is the evidence. But what we find out in this story is that there is this cube that's called the Spectre Cube, and it can bring people from the afterlife back into the real world. They're ghosts though. And so that's how this whole thing started. We have this Dr. Mooney, who created the Spectre Cube, was working with the government, and they were doing different things and tests, and he created 2 cubes. He ran off with 1. And so, kind of to not spoil the rest, I'll just leave it at he took one of the cubes, and so the reason that these guys got hired is to help bring back the cube. I will say that things happen a lot quicker than I thought they were going to happen in this book, but I don't see why they wouldn't have happened that quickly. So I'm glad that they didn't try to suspend the reality of thought there for that and make it drag longer. So I appreciated that. But coming back to this, we have our team here that made this. Oh, maybe it's on the back page. Just trying to get their full names. It's written by Brett Murphy with art, colors, and letters by Wilson Gandolpho. Edited by Matt Kund and published by Behemoth Comics. So, my thoughts on this one. So, I can show you some of the interior art. I think it's cool. It's got a good horror vibe. Let me show you one other ghost. Somewhat of a spoiler, but I'm going to cover parts of it. So that vibe I'm getting there from that page is really cool. And I love the art. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Some backgrounds are kept simple, which, when you're putting a comic together, it kind of makes sense, right? But sometimes I think I wanted more details, and that's fine. The story concept's really cool, right? Almost seems like one of those B horror films, right? And so I could totally see this becoming a movie. Really cool concept behind it. Hitmen from the mob get captured and taken to hunt ghosts. What's not to love about that idea? And so concept, I'm giving a 9 out of 10 just because I love that kind of wild idea, right? And the characters, so far we don't have a lot of character development. It is issue 1. So for right now, we've got these 2 typical goons, kind of one-dimensional characters at the moment. I expect that there will be some growth as the series goes on. We got some agents, right? They so far seem pretty straightforward, and the guy who's kind of being considered the traitor. We find out his motivations for that, but so far not a lot of character growth. And so for the moment, the characters will get a 6 out of 10. Execution of the story, I'm going 8 out of 10 as well. So overall, I'd say Paranormal Hitmen is a solid 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5, however you want to look at it. I recommend picking it up. You can get it on Behemoth's website, so I'll drop the link to their website down below. It's behemothcomics.us. Go check it out and check out the other stuff on the website. There's lots of cool comics. I just put in an order from their website to get Behemoth Comics t-shirt. Super cool. It's a cat with an eye patch on it. It says "All Hail Behemoth Comics." So I'm all in. I'm loving what they're doing. They just started a new imprint called Happy Tank. It's going to have some cool books come out, including one called Cinnamon, which is like this cat, and you're seeing the story from the cat's perspective, and he is seeing things not how the humans are seeing what's happening, and it sounds like a wild tale, and I'm pretty stoked for that one. We're getting Freak Snow, which had a volume 1 already from Behemoth, so I just put in an order for that. It's going to be under that imprint. And then a show on Netflix, MFKZ. I'm not going to say what that kind of sounds like because I'm trying to keep this PG, but I actually just watched that show last night on Netflix so I could see what that was about. Pretty stoked for this to be a comic. So if you haven't, go check that movie out on Netflix, MFKZ. So it's a pretty interesting story, and it fits perfectly for comics. So that's it for my review on Paranormal Hitmen, and a shout out to Behemoth Comics. Their link in the description below. 8 out of 10 for Paranormal Hitmen. If you if you like this video, like comic reviews of indie comics, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button to know when I drop videos, because I don't always keep a regular video dropping schedule. Guys, always remember, collect what you love. I'll see you guys next time.